I'm coming at you today with a VVeOMI. I'll do a little bit of Grumpy Cat and 4chan update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. And then Wraithax.dth domain name. I was supposed to go live at 8:30, but you get older, your mind doesn't work as well anymore. I forgot that Lori Brenner was going on and talking to the CEO of Cryptoys today. I did not. I was literally there. I was in the chat. Like my Twitter account was in that chat for like an hour before I realized that I was asleep. And I woke up. I was like, It's been a very, very long week. I will listen to that. Comment down below if you were there. Comment down below all the things you heard. I really hope that she addressed the advertising that they've been doing. Like they had that dude from TikTok that has 500,000 followers at iJustine. I'm just really curious on their marketing budget, how much they had gone and spent. I mean, you have Andreessen Horowitz that had done, I think, helped do like a $20 million funding round. You had all these different. So again, I'm just hoping that they're using that money wisely, and I'm hoping that they can go and, they recognize how big this is and how crazy of a space this is, that it's very unforgiving. Anyway, I want to see what they have to come. I do want to get into them at some point. I think I do owe a couple of other. I should probably get a couple more hero cards. I should probably get a bat cowl or two. I should probably get a couple of these other things. I had spent. I went over today almost about 20 something, a little over 20 grand the last couple months. Over 15 in Veve. And like 7 in meme coins. So I'll get into the meme coins right now. We'll start off with the. Who do I have here first? We'll start off with the Grumpy Cat that has about 500,000 in volume over the last 24 hours. So not a ton. Got about $3 million market cap. Again, not a ton. I was in a Telegram space for Grumpy Cat yesterday, and they're like, "Hey, listen, everything's set up. We're ready to go. We just need a little more wallets. We need a little more of the community support." And it's like, well, I mean, I didn't sign up to go and be like a mascot of them. I know Pro the Doge is doing that, and it'll come when it comes. I'm very busy. I don't have time to do like 2 spaces a day and a video on that, just one each day. Probably would be easier to do on 4chan. They just have a little bit. They have like double the amount of wallets, and they have about 3x the value. I think they're about 9 million. They were at like 10x the value. They were at like 30 million. I'll see what they are right now. So that will go. Oh, they're down to 7, so they're only about 2.5x the value. So that will go, but it looks like 4chan's been slowly but surely dipping, despite them growing. They're at 6,600 wallets right now. Grumpy Cat's at less than 3K. So the fact that they have that, you did have a lot of big whales that bought when I bought it, like 500,000 to $800,000 market cap. When it goes up to, 30 million, yeah, you're going to take profit. Now, obviously, they didn't take profit the right way. They didn't just go, hey, we'll do a little bit here, a little bit there. They had dumped. They had all dumped, which is, good. You do want to get it out of the paper hands, and you do want it to go into the hands that are, are hodlers, that just ones that really appreciate the memes, that was there from the beginning. So you do want that. Either way, which if I had 100K, or let's say if I had 10K just for meme coins, I might do 6K in Grumpy Cat and 4K in 4chan, just because 4chan's kind of already been there. Like, it's not a stretch to say, oh yeah, $30 million market cap in like a week. Whereas Grumpy Cat hasn't. Well, I guess it's been there as well. Before they had the legal trouble and then went down. It'll get there again. Which one goes there first, you just don't know. That's why you diversify. That's why you go and say, okay, I'm gonna put in a bunch of these different projects. One of them will go up first. You put that into the other ones, and vice versa. Yeah, so that's generally what you want to do there. Not financial advice, by the way. I do have a couple of things to go over before I go. I'll do OMI first, and then we'll go from there. What we got here? We're down about 0.7, almost 1% on the day for OMI. We're still at 000635, so we're still up there. We have $781,000 in volume over the last 24 hours. Yo, Maxwell with the super chat 669 saying beer money picked up my 69th million OMI today. Let's heckin' go. Oh, dude, good for you. God, that's a lot. I remember when you were at like 10 and 20. The fact that everyone's getting, there was someone before, I think it was Fun Under the Sun. So somebody had gotten to 100 million OMI. I was like, dude, this is, people had never thought that they would get there because, back in the day, 100 million OMI meant $800,000 when you were at 0.008. I was going over with my one of my new whales that I've been going in, and they've been talking today. It's like, Chavez, I missed the drop. I was like, I literally sent you a link, sir, of me going for a drop. I sent you a link of me going live for this. How'd you miss it? And it's just like, I was doing stuff in the morning. I had to drive. I missed it. Chavez, I missed the Red Hulk. And then I was like, you did. And it's like, did you get one? And then I didn't have the heart to tell him that I got two of them. I got one on the wait list. I got really lucky. And then, I have to make a whole video about this, or at least part of the video. When you're at the wait list, and let's say the wait list is sold out, like everyone, there's 2,000, well, there's like 2,222, which means 2,132. So there was clearly more than 2,132 people that had gone and applied for the wait list. And when you get that, it's not like you have to buy. And if you don't buy, you don't get penalized, which I think that's something that I really wish that they would do, because it's really nice to say, yo, we sold out in 1 second, as opposed to, oh, we sold out in 15 minutes. Like selling out in 1 second is so much more of a flex than it is to sell out in 15 minutes. When an auction, okay, you put in a bid and say, hey, you're responsible for this amount of money that you're bidding. And if you don't, you get penalized. For this, if you apply for a wait list and you get the wait list and you don't buy, nothing happens to you. So over the course of the 15 minutes, you see, like immediately 1,000 people had paid for it. Like boom, boom, they wanted it. And slowly but surely, okay, now it's down to 1,000 people left, 900 people left. And I think there was a couple hundred left after the 15 minutes, meaning that those people that got a spot on the wait list, they just didn't pay. And then immediately after that, when you had a couple hundred spots left, you don't have to go back in. Like, what I'm saying is, if you're on the, oh God, where is it? So if you're on the drop, like if you're in here and it'll say, well, now it says sold out, but it says, wait list, whatever. Originally what you used to have to do, you used to have to fudge. You have to go X out. Mother fudger, I don't know what, okay. So you used to have to go X out and then go back in and then scroll, and that's where it would change from sold out to buy now to go to the to get the rebounds. But now you don't have to do that. It might have been because of the update. There was a new update that they had gone on and done. Let me see exactly what those were. That was this morning, right? Oh no, was it last night? Yeah, this morning. The push notifications. So you got enhancements. Get notified when someone comments on your post. Okay, that's fair. Waitlist. Drop reservations. They said fix an issue where users are stuck on allocating and or returning soon, and other bug fixes and minor optimizations. So now when it says like, oh, waitlist, pending or whatever, you don't have to X out and go back in. It'll just automatically turn to the buy now. I was lucky enough. I saw it. I was like, oh, buy now, and I smashed it. So I got my other one. And again, guys, I've spent so much money on Veve the last couple months. I took the win. I got a Hulk. I sold it. Got another Hulk. Sold it. Again, I did a video this morning on the importance, or I was live, on the importance of Red Hulk. I did basically a stream on the first issue, like why everyone was super excited for it. Why it's just hot in here. I got the fan going. It's a little warm. On the importance of it. And it's like, well, Chavez, why wouldn't you take your own advice? It's just, well, I took the win. Every now and then you need one. It's still at $80. I sold mine a bit below that. So people got it at under where I floored them. So they were under where people would get them on the floor. They got cheaper than what they were on the floor. So that's good. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, so the new whale I've been advising gave me a call, and then he's like, listen, Chavez, I was up to like 3 a.m. last night, meaning this morning, and he said, I was going all over like OMI and Bitcoin, and I was watching videos, and I was watching your videos. You know, there's somebody that, you know, there's some people that really don't like you. I was like, yeah, I've seen the hit pieces. And he's like, well, listen, Chavez, I just, how much OMI should I get? I was like, well, you know, you have 18 million right now, which is not bad. Um, you know, you want as much as you can get. And I was telling, I'm telling this person that I also know from Australia. Let me see what they are. Where am I? 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 Talking about you on live. Ha 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 ha. Oh God, I misspelled live with love. Okay, there we go. Live. I had gone over and I told him like, I literally told, and this guy I know is a friend, so it's not somebody that is just a random person on the internet. I tell him, listen, how much money do you have? Put it all in. What he does is, I mean, he does a lot with a bunch of different things. So I was like, listen, he's a business owner. You know, let's say how much inventory you have. Well, I have this, and this. So like, okay, sell half of your inventory. And I know you're a really big fan of Bitcoin. So if you want to split it between OMI and Bitcoin, you know, whatever, I would definitely recommend more OMI than Bitcoin for him. You know, not, you know, for anyone else. Bitcoin's definitely the safer play. It's not really, but it is. And I was like, you know, just get as much OMI as you can, and he very well might end up doing that. So he'll get up to 20 million by the end of this week, but I really want him to get to 30, 50 million. We don't have a long time. It's one of the things that I wanted to go over today. If I go and take a look at, wasn't an update. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? It was something that Veve had posted over on Twitter. No, there's another update. I don't know if it was Alex. I forget who's in control of the V. Oh yeah, so they posted a meme. I love that Veve's posting memes now. When you take a look at, oh, sorry, that's so good. When you take a look at Pat Sajak, no, who's the old host of Jeopardy? Alex Trebek. You saw when Alex Trebek was doing something that was current, something that was modern. He'd be like, "Oh, Pokemon. Oh, what's a Jigglypuff? Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is." Like it wouldn't be fun for anyone that was 40 and under, because you know he's a legend and love him. You know what is We Love You, Alex? Video makes me cry. But you know he's old and you know doesn't get modern day vernacular. The lexicon is just old. And I originally wanted there was Matt Pat from not Game Grumps, Game Theory, Film Theory on YouTube. He's like, hey, let me go and vote for me in order to get in the new host of Jeopardy. I was like, that'd be perfect. He understands meme language. He understands the old but the new as well. And then they gave it to the chick that was from Big Bang Theory. She's a natural neuroscientist. I forget her name, but again, she's younger than Alex Trebek, but it's just kind of like a female, slightly younger version of Alex Trebek. Like again, not as much into the meme culture as a lot of people are. I was spending time with this guy named Ken today. He is 35. He'll be 36 next month. He's not that much older than me, and he's a teacher too. And he goes and he says that he understands some of the vernacular that some of these high school kids have, but he doesn't really understand. He doesn't get it, like the language, and it's like, oh, well, that's just language evolving, and it has stuff, you know, like okay, like gas, like yeet, like you know, bussin', and it's all things that I would say, but just because I'm engrossed in internet culture, he doesn't at all. And I swear I have a point to this. Long story short, I'm really happy that Veve's posting memes. Where this one is of the Anakin Skywalker Padme meme, where he's like, "I'm buying more gems for the drop," and he's like, "You stayed under budget this month, right? You stayed under budget this month, right?" And it just goes to show that, and I'm pretty sure that's not Alex. I'm pretty sure that's old rhubarb. So shout out to him for staying current. And you know, this is how you get followers. The engagement that you do with your followers, and on a medium like Twitter. The only thing that I think could beat that would be to have like a viral TikTok page where you go on and say, oh, hey, this is my TikTok and we do these trends, we do the dance, like that would be the only thing that would be better than interacting on Twitter. And the reason I say this is because, and again, I come from, tech investing, whether it's Fastly, whether it's Cash Out, whether it's, PayPal, whatever it is, or Tesla. I go and I take a look at Tesla and I say, oh, hey, guess what? Tesla does not pay for any advertising. All they do is they have Elon Musk on Twitter, and he goes and, that's their advertising. If Veve can go and be funny, if they could, and I know that's not what you want in a traditional Fortune 500 company. You want to be respectful and you want to be proper, and I get that. And that's what David's for. There's a time and a place for it, but Elon doesn't fit the normal mold of CEO, and neither does David. I mean, what CEO? There's very few CEOs that are nerds like us. Very few CEOs that are collectors. There's very few CEOs that can go and joke around with peeps. Like Elon curses and posts memes. He's a nerd. There's a yeah, Jason. We're totally on for Friday. Do I have the time in there for you? Oh shoot! Double shoot. Okay, hang on. Giving him. Yes. Tell me his two so I can tell Army to look out for it. Jason, it is going to be, you and Ryan are going to come on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's 5 p.m. your time, Jason. So yeah, I really like that they're getting into meme culture. Again, Elon doesn't fit the normal mold of CEO. I don't think David does either. I think this is an interesting way to go and relate to your people. When you have something that people don't like, again, normal CEOs are so far behind. Like they're dinosaurs. They're blissfully unaware of their own extinction, and that's why newer companies just a lot of times, especially ones that are super disruptive. You could take companies in general that are not disruptive, they're not innovative, and they, maybe vertically integrated, whatever it is, that are schooling a lot of these old guys in business where they, I don't know, do you think any normal CEO, do you think of the CEO of CBS? I know I have to deal with CBS, so I shouldn't say them. CEO of, I don't know, Taco Bell. You think they're on Twitter? You think they're engrossed in meme culture? No. A lot of these other newer companies that are doing that, they get more popular because of stuff like that. So I'm really happy to see them doing that. But on top of that, you do happen to have a Captain VV.8 says, do we get a community update this month? We're nearing the end of the month. We didn't get one last month. And David and Dan say, our goal is not to do a community update every month. The goal is to do something when we have something to say. It's like when Viceroy Gunray and what's his name were talking about, oh, hey, we didn't tell him about the missing Jedi. And no need to report that to him until there was something to report. David kind of has the same notion. Hey, we're not going to do an update to talk about nothing. Their time is extraordinarily valuable. They want to be very efficient, and they're not going to do an update unless there's something to talk about. So when VV Digital Collectibles responds, why settle for just an update? And having that little, look at the little cute smiley face. When you go and you say that, it's like, oh, we're not getting just an update. What are we getting? Well, we were supposed to have VVverse, this quarter. We're not. We're definitely getting beta of VVverse in Q3. We're also going to get OMI updates as a utility in Q3. And this is what I was telling, long road to walk to get to this point. I was telling my, that whale, I was like, listen, I've been saying for a while, you probably have a couple months in order to get more OMI. And he's like, yeah, but listen, Chavez, it's hard to buy. It's hard to, there's no reason to buy. It's like, listen, and I tell him every day, the utility, what's coming, and he'll maybe listen to about 50% of it and maybe understand about 50% of that. So 25% of what I'm saying he'll get. And I finally clicked in with them. I was like, hey, listen, I can no longer say that you have several months to buy, OMI before it gets utility. That's coming. That's what she said. It's like when not which Bruce Wayne was this? Oh god, what's his name he gets super jacked and then he gets super skinny, Christian Bale. So the Christian Bale version of Batman where he's talking to Rachel and he's like, remember the time that I said where the city would no longer need Batman? It's coming. The time where that we have to get Omi, the time where people are like, oh, there's no reason to buy Omi. There's going to be a reason. It's coming. It's very, very soon. And the last 2 months, I'd stopped buying Omi so I could get some collecting goals because I don't know what's going to go up first. I don't know if Omi's going to go up first because of the utility and people are buying, or you have that found money where people get the Omi and they use that to buy all the collectibles, and the collectibles skyrocket. I don't know which one it's going to be. I mean, they did say that Omi to NFT is going to be delayed because we have staking light, and then we also have the tickets, the waitlist tickets that we're going to buy. So I do think, but we didn't know that 2 months ago. We started learning that like 2 weeks ago. So I do think Omi goes up first now. And had I not gone on and spent 20 something thousand on these, on collecting goals on these meme coins, I'd have 200 million by now, and I don't, and that's something I have to live with for the rest of my life. Like I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender. Oh, you're still a contender. It's a Gilmore Girls reference. We have other stuff to go on. I really don't want to linger here too long. Fudge-sicles. All right, where did I leave off this morning? Explosive. As for tears. Oh, Silicone has his 200th common Spider-Man, and at $90 a pop, it's $18,000 in common Spider-Mans. That is not. Am I Daggett from Angry Beavers 25 years ago? Because that was nuts. That is absolutely bananas. It's insane. Moving on. All right, first parent stuff, Red Hulk stuff. This I just have to show you guys because it's funny. There's a scene in, oh God, what is that? There's a scene in Gravity Falls where you have Mabel talking to her grunkle Stan, her great uncle Stan, and he used to be so like fit and trim, and then now he's old and he's like, and he says, oh, bodies change, Mabel, bodies change. And here's a picture of me a couple days ago, just like I am, and there's me 6 years ago, girl. I was hot. Sorry, I had to. Whew. All right, moving on. All right, here's something. 725 points every day does not get you Master Collector anymore. It's you need almost 800 points a day in order to get that master level. Now, granted, I have about 500,000 points, and that definitely helps. But I have over 500,000 points, level 47, 725 points per day, and I'm no longer a Master Collector. I'm in the top 500 wallets. I'm in the top 400 wallets. And this seems like, oh well, that's kind of, some people might say, oh well, that's a little disheartening. I'm nowhere near where Chavez is, and he's not even a master. What chance do I have of becoming a master? It's not. I don't want to say you don't. That can be daunting. Saying like, what do I have to do to become a master? And you have to spend a lot of money. I'll go over Dr. Rolex's thing in a minute. And I get it. Some people will be like, oh, maybe that disincentivizes people to keep trying. I think the exact opposite. One, you have the whales, you have the top however many percent that it takes to be a master. To be a master, Pokemon. Sorry. And they're just continuously double downing on all of their collection, whether it's comics, collectibles, sets, whatever it is. And you take that and you look at it and say, oh, okay, well, whales are just buying. I've said this so many times before. I sound like a broken record. Follow the money. Money goes to money because a lot of people that are successful and have a lot of money, how do they spend it? Well, clearly they're spending it here. Clearly they're spending it on the app. And they're not doing it for shits and giggles. They're not doing it for their health. They're not doing it because, you like the artwork and it's cool and it's history and it's fun and it's you're part of history if you're here. But they're doing it to keep that collection going. They're doing that for the investment. They're doing that because they know, like, this is their legacy. Like, some people, I feel like rich people get a very bad rap, a very bad reputation because Why are there so many memes? And I love memes, and I love jokes, and I love 4chan for I love the coin. I love 4chan because people joke about things that really shouldn't be joked about, but that's comedy. That is hysterics. That is a comedy should make you think. Comedy should leave you differently than when it found you. And I want all this. I want all this to say that some of the submarine death memes, some of them are quite funny, but I do find that unfortunate because a lot of the people, it's almost like it's not funny to them. It's almost like a mean spirited. Oh, like quote Green Day's "Ha ha, you're dead, and I'm so happy." And again, that's not my point of view. But that's a lot of people like, and why? Just because they were rich, just because of a number that they had in their bank account, people are just like, oh, I don't feel bad for them. Good, I'm glad they're dead. I'm glad some fish can eat the rich if we can. It's like, oh my God, how misguided are you? Like, I understand maybe not feeling as sad for them as opposed to feeling more sad for kids in Africa that have wormy bellies and are boiling leaves to eat the paste. Like, I get feeling sad for one group and not feeling as sad for another. But again, a lot of rich people get these bad reputations for I think a lot of silly reasons. And oh God, where was I going with this? Oh, I had a point. I swear to God, I had a point before I went off on this tangent. Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, I'll just say what I'm going to say. A lot of these rich people, look at what they're doing. They got to where they are not by being dumb. They didn't get to where they are just by sitting and waiting for the bus. They worked. They're intelligent. Did they get a little bit lucky at some points? Probably. I know I did. I got lucky at a lot of points with my mentors, with the timing that I've had in certain things. Just being blessed, born with a slightly higher than average intelligence in the one thing that helps you make money. Most things a little retarded in, but a lot of things, I get it. You have to have a lot of advantages. You have to be a little privileged, even if you make it yourself, whatever. But follow them, see what they're doing, and well, if they're buying a whole bunch of Veve NFTs and they're buying a whole bunch of OMI, might not be a bad idea to follow what they're doing. Forget that the real Randy Chavez exists. Forget that any of my story. Follow Crypto Rain. I did a wonderful podcast with him the other day. He had me on his channel. Dr. Stuff. Follow everyone that's successful and see what they're doing. And this is not even a hard call. So I tell all this to my boy Kevin. He's like, what was the highest OMI ever was? I was like, well, the highest was 2 years ago, early 2021, at about 1.2 cents. And then he says, okay, well, what was it last year? I was like, well, early last year, when I was a millionaire, it was up to 0.008, a little beyond, and it's at 0.006-ish now, or 0.006-ish now. Does a 10x from here. Like, I'm a millionaire again, and then, no offense, I'm not gonna work for you anymore when I'm worth seven figures. And he says, no, I feel, but when do you think that happens? Like, Kev, like, that's gonna happen next year. And I didn't tell him this as like, trying to sell him on something. He's already sold on this. Like, this sells itself. I tell him this as like saying like, hey, it's coming. This is happening. You could buy million OMI now for $630, or you could buy it in. You buy a million OMI next year for $6,000. What do you want to do? So hopefully he sells a little bit of his inventory. Hopefully he gets to a higher OMI amount. Again, I'm just keeping y'all posted. And I realize I've been monologuing for 30-ish minutes now. Okay. You're watching. Okay. 1, 2, buckle my shit. Okay. And so the person that I'm talking to in Australia, I'm telling them, I'm literally telling them, what did I say? I said, sell what you need to sell and use the profits to buy OMI. Heck, sell your house. It's that serious. And I am serious when I tell this person, because friend, not person online. Anyway, we're gonna get to the. Oh God, what was even this? Let me talk about what I posted in the title real quick. Let's go to my channel, videos. We're gonna go to live. Okay. Veve to onboard other countries. Okay, here it is. And influencers coming to Veve. Okay, so I have a couple of things to go over. Cody Thrive. Y'all know him as a dude that took a dump in a river on that reality show. He has been working on other things in the background. He is going to come out with a Lambo video soon. Why? Because he just got a Lambo in real life. He's very impressed with the Lambos they have on Veve. He'll be making a video. Now, what are the consequences of that? Okay, well, consequence of that is you just have somebody that is very effective at marketing. You have somebody that is very good at getting people to listen to him. He had convinced, I don't know, like no less than a dozen whales to all buy Secret Rare Spider-Mans at 50K and above. He himself has a couple Spider-Mans at 50K and above. I think he bought Lambos. I think he bought a couple Todds. He's like, yo, Todd's under 1,000? What did I miss? I was like, yeah, dude, go crazy. Literally go crazy. And he's like, I am. So he'll be making videos, and he'll be bringing that to his audience of a couple 100,000 on TikTok. He'll be bringing that to his audience, a couple 100,000 on Instagram. He's not so I do have a confirmation of somebody that has 6 million, 7 million followers on social media that is going to be coming on the podcast on July 14th. It's not Cody. Cody is just something completely different. Maybe we'll get him on again at some point. I don't know. But, that's somebody that is not just, oh, hey, I have this niche of people, of, 1 million people that like my music or like my art. No, it's somebody that is very influential of younger people, that has been in Web3 before. He had one of those Cavell Anderson things where like, oh, give me X amount of money each month and I'll tell you what to buy. You're going to have some big money coming in. You're going to have a lot of little money coming in because of him. And, he's not the only one. There are going to be others as Veve starts rolling out their marketing, as they roll out to other countries, which again, I have to go read something before I get to the questions and answers here. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. How do you move 100 bricks from over here to over there? You have to take a lot of trips. Or if you have one person to pick up each brick, you just do it once. It's one trip and that's all. Everyone and their sister, everyone with 10, 100,000, a million followers on social media will be making Veve videos just to get the interaction. And I'll tell you, every single company that's out there that wants to get into Web3 or is in Web3 has contacted me. They've contacted Comics and Crypto. They've contacted Foster. They've contacted everyone. Why? It's because, well, there's no better community to try to farm from than Veve. Same thing when you're talking about content. Justine knows that, oh, hey, there's a large dedicated following here. Even if I don't make money, well, I mean, she's going to make money because, crypto's paid her. But even if she doesn't make money on the promo code for people to buy cryptoys, well, if she does something and she knows that some of the Veve fam is watching, then some of those people will stay with a good-looking girl. They'll continue to follow her. She'll get followers out of that. And that's your capital. That's how you're able to ask for $50,000 for a thing, because their followers run that deep. So when you go and you say, oh, hey, I could make a bullish Veve video, hey, ChatGPT, watch all these videos and write me a script for a bullish video on VVeOMI. And people will do that, and they will get that engagement, and they will get those followers, and they'll do something like that once a week. They'll do something like that once a month. They'll try to go on like a, hey, ChatGPT, write me a couple of bullet points so I could go on this podcast, so I can go on this stream with other people and pretend to know what I'm talking about. And some of them will. Some of them will fall in love with Veve accidentally, just because that's what you do. You fall it. You go in for one thing, you come out with a bunch of others. You fall in love with the community. You go to an event and you'd be like, oh my god, this is the in-person events. I know it's kind of hard to see if you're just on Twitter. And on Twitter, you're just like, oh, there's a lot of back and forth. There's some hate. There's some haters, and there's some beef between certain people. You really don't see that at in-person events. The in-person events, it's like everyone's on acid. Like, you just love each other. You're just like, You get to see people. You get to take photos. You get to eat. You get to drink. You get to have, to quote the Flintstones, get to have a gay old time. It's old meaning of the word. And but some will just come in just for the cloud, just for the follow engagement. Anyway, that photo that David had posted. Let's look at the. Also, Beauty and Brains with a Twist will be coming on the podcast at some point as well. She has 1.1 million followers over on the Instagram. She was the one that everyone met at San Diego Comic-Con, that she dressed as Elektra. Everyone was taking a picture of her with their Elektras, like, oh, you look so much better than my Elektra on the app. It's hysterical. Jesus. All right, where am I at here? Where am I at? All right, we got to search for David Yu. And we got to read what he had wrote on the Instagram, saying, oh, it's in Japanese. I don't know what it says. Something Veve. But I'll go and read something from Will Mai. I never remember how to pronounce his name. I've seen his name a couple times. It is from, dang, where'd it go? Will Goes Meta. Here we go, saying, Veve's localization, unlocking global market potential. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll get to the Q&A. I promise. This morning, it was so nice to see Spanish, Japanese, and French languages on the app. I think this is a small but strategic improvement that will have a significant impact on Veve's marketing efforts, opening up new opportunities for brand awareness, and yes, the adoption overseas that we have been waiting for since the Ultraman drop in 2021. And yes, this is not the complete localization. Comics and NFTs descriptions will need to be translated as well, and this is a very subtle move, but I wanted to write this post and use some examples to demonstrate how this product change will bring many more collectors to the app. 1. Subtitles. Hollywood movies captivated global audiences. This summer, millions will go watch Barbie and Oppenheimer. Chinese-speaking audiences will watch them in Chinese. Spanish-speaking audiences will watch them in Spanish. Global audience is huge, and the movie industry would not be where they are today without going global. To piggyback on that, a lot of movies that maybe don't do super well in the US, like, oh, maybe China can save them, because that's a huge market. And it's, a lot of these other things, that are translated, they're often not as good as the English ones. The voice acting's not as good, they're not as professional over there, but it doesn't matter. They just go and they see it and they love it. And granted, that's China. Ours is translated to Japanese first, but Japanese is probably where you'd want to go before China, just kind of ease into that Asian market and then, kind of go from there. Anyway, moving on. One of the most prominent examples of localization's influence is the success of Hollywood movies through the use of subtitles. By translating films into multiple languages, the movie industry was able to capture the attention and interest of international audiences. Veve's localization efforts follow a similar principle by breaking down language barriers, enabling global collectors to engage with the platform and collect seamlessly. If you come in speaking only French, bonjour, bienvenue sur Veve. 2. Marvel Comics, conquering borders through translations. I remember David mentioned how the supply chain challenges during COVID prevented Marvel to ship their comics overseas. Yes, DC and Marvel Comics print their comics in the US. Therefore, having digital comic books on the app was essential so everyone across the globe could still collect and read Marvel Comics. And hence, they pushed everything aside in 2021 and focused on releasing digital comic NFTs on the app. Do you think kids in Thailand would care much about Thor if they couldn't understand what he said? This example is more of a compliment to the Hollywood movies above, but pop culture, especially those originated in English-speaking countries, needs a global audience to really succeed. Globalization will expand the fan base and also foster a sense of inclusivity and cultural appreciation. It's a connection that creates fandom wherever you are. Number 3. Global adaptation of technology came via localization. Leading technology companies like Facebook and Uber owe a significant portion of their global success to localization efforts. My relatives in Vietnam who don't speak English would never be able to use Facebook nor Uber if Facebook and Uber didn't localize their apps. By offering their services in multiple languages, they were able to penetrate new markets and accelerate user adoption exponentially. My mom confidently uses the Vietnamese version of the Facebook app. She will never use the US English version because she doesn't know English. Without a local Facebook app, I bet tens of millions of other Vietnamese would never touch the app. It's just irrelevant. English is a popular language. It is the #1 language spoken in the world, but there are billions of other people who speak Mandarin Chinese, Spanish, Hindi, Portuguese, Japanese, and who also love Mickey Mouse and Wonder Woman as well. and is very excited to have this experience to welcome them to the app. Yes, this is a very small and subtle product change, and they will still need to translate the collectibles and comic descriptions, expand to other languages, have localization on the mobile app, avoid translation mistakes, and most of all, complement localization with other marketing efforts. But think about it. This is Veve making moves behind the scenes, checking another box in addition to waitlist, MCP crafting, burning, and better search function, all of which will happen in a bear market. Plus, they are actually delivering instead of overpromising. You can be a collector at heart, regardless of where you come from and languages you speak. All I can say is things are going in the right direction. Beautifully said, my guy. I got so many messages. I'm going to leave that for later. We're going to go. I've been talking for 40 minutes. I'll go to the Q&A now. Oh, yeah, the water. Green Goblin, give me those eyes. What up? Blockchain Bullfrog says, hey, Randy, do you see the high-res renders from the studio game Art Brain that created some of the Veve collectibles? They look so dope. Hopefully they will look like this in the future. So bullish. Can you send me that on Twitter? I feel like I have seen one or a couple of those, but send me the link just to remind me. Omar Kasaje says, let's go. And then we have Wes says, my body is ready. Yo, what up, Wes? Smarty Pants says, let's go. What's good, my dude? Localization is the one thing I was most eager for, stacking Japanese IP for this reason. Rafael Garcia with that 4-leaf clover, and Omi, gracias. Maxwell, thank you so much for the super chat, saying Beer Money picked up my 69 millionth Omi today. Super happy for you guys that are able to do that. That means a lot. That is something. I can't, I really hope that people are able to go and control the amount of wealth that they're going to have, because I keep warning about that. I'll keep warning until it happens. Smarty Pants says, already have 21,000 split across 4chan and Grumpy Cat. Down about 3 to 4K from that overall, but they will both skyrocket soon enough. They are unique meme coins. Agreed. Smarty Pants says, gonna put another 5K soon. May put that in Grumpy Cat first when I get to reach 2 trillion. Yo. And say, buy a little more Omi as well, Smarty Pants. Sleepin' Comics says, hi, Randy. Hey, Sleepin'. Meow, meow. Love you. Omar Kasaja says, hey, y'all. Meow, meow. Hey, Omar. Amabot says, morning. Alligator is mooning now. Secret Rares went under real time for a while. You think the bear market is over for Veve? Yes. We bottomed out either in April or early May. Once Luke Skywalker came on the scene, it was over. Over. Jason Lawrence says, what up, buddy? We on for Friday? 100%. Jason Lawrence and our buddy Ryan will be on the podcast on Friday talking about, I want to talk to him about firefighter stuff. I want to talk about life. I want to talk to him about, obviously, VVeOMI. Maybe we'll see him at DCon. Maybe we'll see him at other places. Absolute cool dudes. Can't wait to go have a combo. Spotty Pants says, Umbot, when your vault value has 10x or more in the bear market. Omar Kasaji says, hi, Sleepin'. Did you saw that Marvel will do a monthly book on Spider-Boy? Because people bought the comics that caused it to sell out. Spider-Man number 7 through 9 were part of Spider-Boy that sold out. Ooh, I did not see that. That's interesting. Vivi Wheels says, that's right. What up, fam? Yo, what up, Wheels? Thank you for always supporting, coming in here. My man. Chago Sola says, Randy, what's up, Chago? I hope you're doing well. Omar Kasaji says, I'm happy I won a common Spider-Man last year. Yeah, you did. Matt Murphy says, what's up, Randy? Thanks as always for the stream. Of course, Mattias. Meow, meow, meow. Technologic says, hey, Randy, could you give us a brief breakdown on how we can calculate how much we may need to pay for taxes after OMI explodes? It's going to vary by state. It's going to vary by country. It's going to vary by how long you held it for. Generally, at least in New York, if you hold something for less than a year, you have to pay like 50% taxes on it. So let's say if you bought something for $1,000 and it goes to $10,000. Okay, that's a $9,000 profit. And that's if you cash out. So if you cash out on that $9,000 profit, you have to pay $4,500 in taxes. But that's if you hold it for under a year. If you hold it for more than a year, it's much less. I know for business owners, it's like 21%. I think for other normal people, it's like 30-ish%. Yeah, it's a lot. It's stupid. This is why many people why do you think Reese went to a different country? It's not for this country's beautiful. Well, I mean, it's probably partly because of that, but it's because Reese is about to make a fudge ton of money as Omi Moons. and you don't, do you want to stay in a place where you're going to have to pay like, and this is just like a $9,000 thing. When OMI blows up and I cash out a couple $1,000,000, do I want to be paying a couple $1,000,000 in taxes, or do I want to pay like, 500,000 in taxes? This is why I'm like, I won't cash out this year. I'll cash out next year when I move, when I go to Florida, South Carolina, Texas, wherever. I'll do it then, just because, or hell, I might even go to Puerto Rico, I might go to Portugal, somewhere where the taxes are not gonna, I'm not gonna feel like I'm, getting, but I can't even say that. So yeah, technologically, you really have to talk to your CPA though. You really have to go and talk to them and see exactly how you have to plan for it. Wes says, I could listen to you talk all day. Pause. Oh, thanks, Wes. And one says, I hope so. Recession is going to get worse. If OMI hits 007 next year, I'll be shocked but happy. I don't see it. I see a lot of pain coming. Listen, I don't know about you, but we've been in this recession bear market for quite a while. It's ready to, I mean, there are people that say, yeah, September, October, November, you're going to see 0004, you're going to see Bitcoin to 14K. It's a lot of these people that when Bitcoin was at 14K, they're like, nope, I'm going to go to 9K, not buying here. And like now they're salty they didn't buy there, because they are. Listen, you're never going to time the bottom consistently. There's no issue buying here. Buying here is absolutely fine. Not financial advice, but I'm telling all my other people to buy here. They are buying here. You're going to have and again, you're going to have a use case for OMI, a really big one, a couple of really big ones. A lot of it's going to be locked up, and it's going to do really well for the supply, or really well for the price. Anyway, Omar says, Japanese licensed brand and building partnerships is the translation from the Japanese language. Oh, okay. Let me go and give that. There we go. Jordan Reed says, yo, let's go, Randy. About to crack 9K subs. In a minute. I've been above 8,900 subs for like the entire year. When it does happen, I won't consider it to be above 9,000 until I reach like 9,050 or like 9,100, just because it's been back and forth. It's been down here for so long. Alwar says, Randy is going to be very famous worldwide in the whole universe. I don't know if I want to. I mean, you want to use that influence to, to better the world. You want to go and say, hey, if you have the opportunity, I think Ron Paul said, if you have the ability to help in a certain situation, you have the moral obligation to do so. And, not everyone gets this following, even where it is now. Some people would kill for that. And okay, well, what do you do with it? You have that great Ben Parker quote, great power comes great responsibility. And I mean, I've seen that already when you have somebody get your name tattooed on themselves, okay, you made it, but you kind of lose the right to screw up, and you don't want to, I don't know, it's like, anyone ever remember watching Hey Arnold? And the family kind of ignored Helga, and all of their attention was on Olga. And you might say to yourself, oh, well, Olga gets the attention, that must be very nice. And it's like, okay, well, we had an episode from Olga's point of view once, or it was from Helga's point of view, but, it focused heavily on Olga, saying like, oh, well, it's a lot of pressure going and having to be the best at everything. I have to be the best piano player, I have to be the best dancer, the best actor, the best in school. But it's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. I don't know how I'll handle that. I mean, with money, everything becomes easier, but also, more money, more problems. You have people that are going to want something. I'm not jealous. Well, I'm jealous people have a lot of money, but I'm not jealous of some of these people that have hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, because they don't know, who's their friends, like who's really their friends, like who likes them for them versus what, you can do for them. And I think, and, I know a couple people like that, and yeah, it's a lot of them have it's like that BoJack Horseman quote where it says, you get to the point where everyone loves you. but nobody likes you. Um, yeah, I'm just really worried about that. Like if I have the choice of, hey, this, the YouTube channel could really blow up, do use that for, obviously use that for good, but how many like lawsuits am I going to be in? Like, oh, Randy Chavez pushed me, and like, give me $10 million. Like it might be better to just go and kind of let it fizzle out. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see. Moving on. Mr. 100 says Cody is the man. Turned out to be more real than most so-called Veve influencers. Yeah, he left, and when he left, there was a hole in the influencer space. Wes says the bar is low when you were comparing. Wheels has got 12 million OMI now. Yo, what up? Oh my God, Jess, hi from Australia. I'll shoot you a message after this as well. Jess, hope you're doing. I don't know what time it is there. Vivi Wheels says, "What up, beautiful Australia? Australia is very beautiful. So I've heard. I've never been. I plan to go there. Jess will be my tour guide, and I guess I will be Jess's tour guide in New York." Jay Solo says, "Someone buying up all the secret rare alligator Lokis." There were a couple of delistings, but yeah, I do have to buy a couple of those back as well because they're mine. Egos says, "Sup, bruh." Yo, what's up, Egos? Yo, what up? Jess says, "I'll lose my New York tour guide." No, I will always be like. Part of the reason why I can't really leave is because I have so many friends that are here or travel here like every quarter. So minimum once a month I'm in New York City anyway. Let me know when you come. We'll do the thing. Me and Omar will show you around. We know all the good places, all the good spots. God, there's so many good spots to eat in New York. So many good places to people watch. There's so many things to experience. Nintendo World is a must. Serendipity in New York City is a must. Central Park is a must. There's so many things that are musts. The pizza, you're gonna gain so much weight. You're gonna gain so much fat in your body when you come visit. That's all you do is eat and drink. Vivi Wheels says, "Chilling with y'all." Yeah, Wheels. We be chilling. Shakespeare 2010 says the economy is being helped up with the monopoly money, so it's very risky. Yeah, I mean that happens. You have the Fed going and constantly printing money. You have that quantitative easing, and then what happens? Well, people use that money, and it's technically funny money. They're kicking the can down the road of what should happen, but it's been going on for a long time. I don't think it'll change. Aldous Havley says, "What up, Papa Bear? Much love to you, Aldous Havley. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. We'll hang out again soon. It has been quite a while. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're still around. How much OMI do you have? Get more. It's about the moon. Go get more." Omar says, "There's a comic ready for pre-order on Alligator Loki. Let's go." Mr. 100 says, "It's not just him anymore. The Twitter clown, especially, sold out, became professional fudders." Yeah, I mean, this gets really hard because you have people that mean well. They come in the bear market. Everyone's excited. People, let's face it, a lot of people in tech never got attention before. A lot of people in tech, this is the first time where what they're saying is being taken seriously by others, taken in by others. What they're saying, like matters, and not just in general, but it's the first time that they're getting attention from women. And a lot of people, when they get the newfound power, they act a fool. They act silly, especially when you take that power and you get it taken away. What happened to so many bodybuilders or so many people that were super jacked in 2020 when COVID hit and all the gyms were closed? People were like committing seppuku. They were unaliving themselves. They were just, mental health took a deep decline. Why? Because you were a certain way, you looked a certain way, you felt a certain way, and then it got taken away from you. Same thing is happening to had happened to a lot of these other influencers that, they have, 400 or 500 people in here, experience that as well. And then suddenly they do a live stream where there's like 20 people there. It's going to make you feel a way like, oh my God, is this something that I did? Is this something that I'm doing wrong? What's wrong with me? Like a lot of people that don't know how to handle rejection, you have these streams that you had 10 times the amount of people, 2 years ago, that you do now. And that really affected people in a really negative way. And a lot of people, how they deal with that is they go and say, oh, It's not my fault. It's like that Simpsons meme. No, it's the children who are wrong. They go and they say like, oh no, it's not me. I am totally. I'm too smart for them. I'm just more evolved than them. They are just peasants. They are low IQ, and I'm just more evolved, and that's why they cannot. That's why they refuse to watch. Like, it's not like that at all. It's just, the space gets a huge dent in it. As did most of the economy, and it's not like they're not watching you because they hate you. I mean, some people do, but they're just not watching because like, hey, it's really depressing to go and see where the prices are now and what things are happening. So when people go and suddenly you get that feel good emotion, you get those serotonin chemicals taken away from you. Well, what do you do? What do you do to get that back? It's like an ex-girlfriend going and saying, like, they're constantly fighting with you because they don't get attention any other way. If you want to be the bigger person and they just, let the other person go, they're not getting attention. But if they fight with you and they constantly cause drama, well, that negative attention is better than no attention at all to them. It's the same thing with these fudders, same thing with these influencers that are now fudding, or that have been fudding for the past few months. It's like saying, oh, hey, I'm not getting, my props for, for saying what I really think, or saying what's real, or saying what's really happening. I'm just going to go and FUD. Misery loves company. They're going to get a bunch of people be like, oh yeah, shout out to this person for telling it like it is. When they're not telling it like it is, they're just painting a picture of what they think you want to hear to get sympathy points. And like, okay, like I get it, what you're doing is working. You're getting those sympathy points. But a lot of people are going in and saying, oh, hey, what you're saying is actually wrong. You have these people that really know what they're talking about, and they're not saying the same things that you are. You, that we kind of like you as a talking head. Again, a lot of people are seeing that now, and I kind of feel bad for these people that they had their one opportunity to they could have just stayed the track, they could have just kept their head down, they could have just kept working, and then people would have been fine, they would have loved them again. But that's not what they did. It's like parents when they have like a moody teenager. And the moody teenager wants to like go away from the parents because they want to live their own life, and the parents try to squeeze them like they're jelly. And what happens when you squeeze something like they're jelly? It just runs right through your fingers. You can't do it. Anyway, we have a super chat coming in from I'll just have it saying 50 million OMI still accumulating. See you at New York Comic Con. Let's go. Yeah, 100% New York Comic Con. I cannot wait for it. That's life. The Comic Con was my life for a long time. I have my friend Erica, one of my best friends in life. I love her so much. I was always into comics. I was always into, but until we started dating in 2014, I didn't really go to Comic Con. And I said, no, let's go to Comic Con. It's fun. Dress up, cosplay. I was like, okay. And then I did it, and I fell in love with it. And I've been going for 10 years. It's the best. It's Comic Con. Even if you're not into VV, even if you don't even like comics, you don't need to like comics. Some people just every year, oh hey, here's a panel for The Walking Dead. Here's a panel for Game of Thrones. All this stuff's coming. I don't know what popular shows are now, but the popular shows are always going to be there, and everyone's going to go and do it for the panels. They do it for the artwork, just for the art that people. Cosplay is that expression of self. It's playing, and I love that for multiple reasons. Actually, let me read you guys something. It's going to be a post from... Oh, who dis? Sure. It's going to be a post from me. It's about Jessica Negri, and I will... Yeah, here it is. I wrote this from Kuwait in 2016, saying, I got asked a few weeks ago why I couldn't be a normal guy my age and just like football. Why did I have to like cosplay and dressing up as someone else? And I'm not sure there's a right answer. Everyone has their own reasons. I watched a video last year, and this was in 2016, so I video in 2015, about a guy who cosplays as Peter Griffin from Family Guy. He is without a doubt the best Peter Griffin out there. He's famous in the cosplay community for such a great job that he does, similar to how Ben Roethlisberger is only famous inside the world of football. In the first picture, you can see him making a guy laugh at a train station. Making people laugh is one of the best feelings you can have. You're actually changing that person's mood and outlook on life for those moments. Whatever's going on in their life, whatever stress and BS that they're dealing with, they forget when you make someone smile and chuckle. In the second picture, he's seen impressing one of the most famous Western cosplayers ever to date, Jessica Negri. Someone who makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per year for work she does is impressed by how well this guy does a fictional character. That's similar to LeBron James complimenting you on your jump shot. He explains that when he's at work, he's just a nobody, but when he's at Comic-Con, he feels like a celebrity. And I can kind of relate. At football games or any sports game, you go and you watch because you either enjoy the sport or you have respect for the talent of the players. I even go to boxing matches to watch my friends fight. Only difference is that I rival them in talent. And to a point, sports fans cosplay as well. In football, the Oakland Raiders had a stadium known as the Black Hole. Raiders fans would dress up in crazy outfits and black paint. Some not as hardcore fans just put paint on, but just not as much. And the casual fan will wear a jersey of their favorite player, with that person's name on it. Some spend a few hundred, but others spend thousands of dollars on merchandise and tickets and betting. And I get it, it's a nice bonding experience, especially for the males. But the difference between football games and Comic-Con is that cosplayers go to Comic-Con not only to admire other people's work, but to have their work admired as well. I've been going to Comic-Con for a few years, and it even helped spawn a relationship for me. That was Erica who I was talking about. Someone who I still enjoy cosplaying with every year. Sure, we go to panels and take pictures of other people, but we have such a good time because others stop to take pictures of us and compliment on us on our work and look. It takes a lot of effort to create something from nothing, and to have it recognized is a fantastic thing. Dressing up like a character is one thing, but looking like your character takes a lot of time and skill. When I cosplay, I become that character. I really get into it. I'm not just a random person with a job that makes crap money anymore and sometimes puts himself in dangerous situations for slightly more money. Deployment. I'm Deadpool. I'm Bane. I'm King Vegeta. I'm the Merc with a mouth. I'm the only person to ever break the Batman's back. I'm literally the king of all Saiyans. I argue that it's a better feeling than watching your team win a game. And in the same way I feel bad for people who've never won a fight, I feel bad for people who never got to experience cosplay. Both have feelings unlike any other. I'd write more on the subject, but I have to poop later every 20. So that was kind of, again, even if you're not into Veve, if you're not into all this stuff, Comic-Con is one of the funnest places on earth. And like, and that's like that for like the joy and the wonder of like the day-to-day stuff. But the parties, my good golly gosh, the parties. If you're Superman and there's a Wonder Woman, you're gonna hook up. If there's a Joker and a Harley Quinn, you're gonna hook. Like if people want to ship you with someone, it's, for the people. You got to do it for the people. The parties get really wild, and I mean like the only two groups of people that I've seen party harder than cosplayers is doctors and military. The cosplayers go insane. It's wild. Anyway, moving on. I've talked enough about that. Now, where was I? Omar says, today I was lucky to get the whitelist for the artifact Tut from Elmon X. It does 2 airdrops, but it has to get a snapshot on a random day. Ooh, good for you. Say, I look forward to get the door for the VVeVerse home. Get it. Get that bread. Omar says, we do, and let us know when you come to New York City. Jess says, what happened to Taps? So Taps is good. I talked to him the other night. He was in Vegas for something. But he's good. He's getting married. He's just had a heck of a year. Taps had got a new job. Very, very busy at that job. He's planning a wedding. He's getting married in August. Again, he just hit a little vacation to Vegas. He's great. He has not sold his OMI. He still has it all. I'm not sure how many NFTs he still has left. He will get back in. He said he's going to go make a video soon. I think it's after the wedding, so probably in like late August, September. He'll probably start making videos again in September. And thank you again, Alex Havley, for the What Up Papa Bear, much love, and the 50 million OMI, still accumulating. See you soon, 100%. Omar be saying, congrats on the 50th. Alex Havley says, much love, Omar. Great to see you on. Hope you're well. Michael Barnes says, well, hello, Randy. Can you quickly explain what the soft staking is about? And thank you. Yeah, so they're not going to roll out the entire staking program at once. With the staking program, you go and you have up to $40 million or $40,000 worth of OMI being staked. You have $2,500 worth of OMI that you can stake, and every quarter you get a common NFT airdrop to you. If you have $5,000 worth of OMI staked, you get a common and an uncommon NFT airdrop to you every quarter. If you have $10,000 of OMI staked, you get a common, an uncommon, and a rare NFT airdrop to you every single quarter. If you have $20,000 worth of OMI staked, which again, they're not going to do this at first. They might start off with a couple of things at first. But if you have that, you get common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare every quarter. If you have $40,000 worth of OMI staked on the app, you go and you get an entire set from common to secret rare airdrop to you every single quarter. And if you hold that for a year, you get a super duper set and you get a gold ticket. That gold ticket, they had teased that it would buy you a piece of land in the VVeVerse, which is freaking wild. You have to hold $40,000 on there for them to do that. But here's something that I'm thinking. If you have $10,000 worth of OMI right now, you will qualify for that $40,000 staking tier in a year. Why? Because $10,000 now will be a heck of a lot more than $40,000 in the future, if in OMI. Not financial advice, but that's what it is. So let me go to the actual Medium article. I don't know if I have it on here. Ooh, I don't need to do that. The hotel, the speculation. Ooh, I need to get her on too. I have to do so many of these things. VV Master. Okay, here we go. We have bronze tickets, able, start MCP. Okay. OMI tokens. Okay, well, we'll do season 0 first. OMI to NFT. We'll turn this over this way. I'm good and feeling all right. Okay. Well, the OMI to NFT is the term used in describing the ability to buy and sell digital collectibles. They are going to delay that OMI to NFT. I don't know when it'll be. Maybe Q4, maybe Q1. I don't know. But OMI reward tiers. OMI reward tiers offer a tiered reward system within the VV Master Collector program. VV collectors can participate in OMI reward tiers by holding OMI in a specified wallet, which is currently the VV Web wallet. They will receive a range of in-app rewards, benefits, and perks for doing so. So the reward tier season 0, which will be rolled out in Q3, as soon as next month. Probably not going to be until August, September, but it could happen next month. In season 0 of the OMI reward tier initiative, VV collectors can utilize OMI to gain additional MCP points by depositing OMI into a specified wallet, which is currently the web wallet app. So if you're only getting, like me right now, I'm not a master, because I'm only getting like 725 points each day. When I go and put a bunch of OMI in, and let's say I double it, suddenly I'm a master again. The OMI must remain in the wallet for 24 hours to qualify for MCP point attribution. MCP points gained will be added as part of daily point accumulation, as seen on VV profiles, and contribute to a collector's rank and level progression. MCP points rewards are calculated daily. So this could be like, hey, you can, if you just want to get enough points to be up to a certain rank, just stake for a week, a month, however long until you get there. And then, you can take it off, you could fall off, whatever you want. Anyway, while you can deposit OMI into your VV web wallet anytime, you will not earn additional MCP points until the feature is available. So you have it on there now, it's just on there now, it's not doing anything. Please stay tuned to our blog, blah, 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 blah. All right, so that's one. You're going and you're getting more MCP points, which I know right now is like, oh, well, we can't really use it for anything. You're about to, in Q3. Anyway, MCP tickets, which are next, which are going to be after season 0. MCP tickets are a fun way to reward OMI token holders with in-app perks. When MCP tickets are fully implemented, multiple ticket types will exist. However, they will begin with bronze tickets. Now, what are the bronze tickets? Bronze tickets can be purchased with OMI tokens only. The ticket holder can convert their bronze tickets into additional MCP points at any time, allowing them to climb to the next level. Augment waitlist drops, or spend the points on other in-app perks and benefit as they become available. So if you don't have enough points, you can go and buy those bronze tickets, and you can turn those into points. So you can literally buy your way into getting more points. You could buy your way into getting more levels. I love that. Why? Because OMI will burn, baby, burn. And after that, what do they say? Okay, we'll augment waitlist drops. What does that mean? Well, we just got an update for augmented comic drops today, so we should be getting that Incredible Hulk #1 within the next couple weeks. And because we have that, now we have the comic drops, and now we have the collectible drops that we can go and put in. They could roll out the tickets next quarter. And with that, right now, if you have an account, like we all have a VV account, that's one ticket in the wait list. You can buy more tickets. Not like you're buying accounts, but you're buying the perks of getting another account. You're buying the tickets that would come with an account. So suddenly you don't have a 1 in 2,000 chance or 1 in 10,000 chance. Now you have a 3 in 10,000 chance if you buy $2 worth of tickets, which is however much VVeOMI. People are going to be doing that hand over fist, and it is going to burn so much. Because people don't understand. People will be like, oh, yeah, yeah, there's like 300 billion VVeOMI in circulating supply. That's not going to go down anytime soon, within a year. That'll be well under 300 billion. There's 311 billion right now. They'll be well under 300 billion in a year. It might even go down to like 250 in the next bull run. Like we're going to burn a fudge ton of the supply. And people don't know, like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like they're underestimating that 100%. And I can't wait. Moving on. Where was Aldous Howie says 51 people on. Hit like to spread the love. Yeah, smash that like button. Androdero says, if the gold logo doesn't give me a gold ticket, I'll be pissed. It might. Who knows? We're not sure. We'll see. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm so tired. It's a heck of a week. It's going to be another heck of a week. Anyway, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Bye. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you for the super chats. I love you all.